For you today is, how long are you willing to wait? Welcome back to my 60-second-ish Bible study. Today we are on Acts chapter 28. This is a profound question for all of us. How long are we willing to wait? God gave Paul an assignment in Acts chapter 23. He said he was going to go to Rome and preach the good news. We seen the trials and tribulations that Paul experienced on his way to Rome. This man was in chains. This man was locked up abroad, not the TV show. But how long are you willing to wait? When God gives you a promise, a lot of times we bail and jump ship whenever we experience an inconvenience or a difficult season where things aren't going right. But God is calling us to stand fast and stand on his word. And we see that. In Acts chapter 28, baby, still in chains, Paul was preaching the word in Rome, just like God told him in Acts chapter 23. Paul experienced a ship being wrecked. Paul experienced being a prisoner. This man was literally in chains in Acts chapter 28, still sharing the good news in Rome. For us, what can we learn from this? That a lot of times God will give you the plan. He'll give you the business. He'll tell you the name. He'll tell you, I want you to do this. I want you to do that. He'll give you the marriage. And once you experience difficulties and trials and tribulations, you're ready to bow out, jump ship, and head on. But is God really calling you to do that? Let me present another verse to you. Romans 8:28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Romans 8:28. When you look at that verse and you compare it with Acts chapter 28, specifically verses 17 through 20, you can see that there's no lie there. And when you look at those verses together, be assured and be encouraged that when God gave you something to do and he tells you something that you need to take care of, he gives you a vision, he gives you a dream, he gives you a goal, he will make sure that those opportunities arise. They may not always look like what you anticipated them to, and you may have to go through some things to get there, but walking in your purpose is worth it. There is no need to worry while you wait, because we have a God that cannot lie. He is the provider, and he will make a way, for our ways are not his. So stop expecting you out of God, because his ways are so much more strategic, and it will cause so many other people to be impacted. Had Paul not experienced the shipwreck, the 276 people that were with Paul in Acts 27 wouldn't have experienced what a life with God looked like. Your trial, even in this season of you being obedient or trying your hardest to be obedient, your trial is someone else's opportunity to see God work. Remember that. Love you. Bye.